I don't know legally what you guys can answer when it comes to this next one, but Cash, after the incident at the Hall of Fame with the fan who charged Bret Hart, did Vince treat you differently after that? Did you get a lot of pats on the back after the incident where, I don't know what I should say and what I shouldn't say?
Well, everybody knows what the incident was. Yeah. In the old days, Cash would have been taken out and celebrated by all the boys in the locker room. Did that happen?
All right,
with Vince?
I'm gonna tread carefully here. I will tread carefully, and the good news is I did talk to our lawyer before any podcast to see what was smart and not smart to talk about. So as long as I follow that advice and keep the story somewhat simple, I think we can talk about it some. So if you watch the videos back, if you go and you watch it, obviously this guy attacks Bret, and when everybody finally gets him under control, watch it back, and there's not a single security guard, there's not a single cop. It's just the boys. It's me, and Big E and Thaddeus and Mustafa, and maybe one or two of the refs, like John Cone might have been there, but there was
Shane got there real quick. Shane McMahon put on a land speed record.
But just the escort out, like, so we have this guy, and all of us have him, and we're trying to get him out of there, and his hands are not restrained. Go back and watch the video as many times as you guys want. The dude's hands are not restrained, and he's still threatening everybody. Like, let me go. I won't go into too much detail, but he's threatening all the guys.
Well, and you never know, because I mean, I've been in these situations that you never know what they got in their pocket. You never know if their hands are free. You never know when they're going to reach in their pocket.
Yeah.
Sometimes they need to be neutralized.
His hands were free. He's still making threats. He's obviously not mentally stable at this point in time. So we just did what we had to do to neutralize the situation. Like, none of us are going to take the risk of just thinking this guy's bluffing, that he's not going to hurt anybody, because he's already shown that he's going to attack people and do some stupid things. So none of us are willing to take that risk of saying, oh, well, we better just hope he's lying. Like, nah, that's not the case. So obviously we all did what we had to do. Shit happened.
But that's the kind of thing that afterwards, Vince McMahon in the old days, there would possibly been a bonus in your future or something like that. Or certainly everyone would have been toasting you.
I did have to have a meeting with Vince, and I did, like, just me and him, and I did have to, like, show him the video from multiple angles so he could see that the guy wasn't restrained. There were no cuffs, no cops, no security, just the boys and a mentally unstable guy whose hands are not being restrained at all. And as soon as he saw the videos and I told him kind of like what the guy had been saying, everything changed. Like, he wasn't mad to begin with. He was just worried. But once he saw the video and he saw that the guy was not restrained, he was still a threat, and that was the case. He was like, that's completely justified. That's self-defense. That is, you guys did what you had to do in the blink of an eye to make sure that nobody else got hurt. And so from that moment on, he was excited.
But we're still not going to push you. We're still not going to push you, but congratulations.
but at least he understood, like, hey, this is kind of like, this is chaos right here. This guy's making threats. We got to do something. We can't just not and hope for the best.
Hey, Big Bubba Rogers, when he worked as the guard at Cobb County, he the first night that he stopped a fan from getting to me, right, in pretty convincing fashion, he said the way that they referred to it in the prison was, we're going to restrain them so that they are not a danger to themselves or others. This guy wasn't a danger to my Aunt Lola by the time Big Bubba got finished with him, but that's applicable. Anyway,